World Cup now. And shall say we can wait Ali. Omo free Africa, Egypt to be precise. Omo and Leo Messi's Inter Miami in the ball weighing a opener. World Cup FIFA Club World Cup 2024. Now, when we say FIFA Club World Cup, Airbus weekend way only 2 clubs and almost 3 games. Group stage, is sold out. Real Madrid any Boca Juniors. Among any clubs are almost 3 games. Group phase Among atoni nyina tickets no baby ato unya nemo apart from sa 2 clubs the remaining games obi who are what mean atoni tickets awie na even first game eba so Ali omo ebo against Inter Miami say ticket omat so say who omo dey about $20 atoni impa auto omo timi cho 4 free and now omo they call various universities na omo tonton e dey ama students say omo mra MFL park because eka ya ba omo be say enim go ase beba Inter Miami ene Ali ebo na obia any stadium hall as a banner our negative or the maiden edition of the FIFA Club World Cup in T or start here or ejemu and the 4 the take it no to na ya chobi na for universities in Kuala so or Tombi so Eddie Amomo, Yantua so FIFA Club World Cup, Kroya, Young Ramo, our clubs no, or more hours ye na Yantua so free Dortmund, or more first game, or more Masanda Wana, Mamlodi Sundance Nebebo, Niko Kovac, coach, Emma Borussia Dortmund, and I urge them one, or say, or more abo, gamer, or heavy, or Nagasa, everything I say, Borussia Dortmund, omo emonita, Mamelodi Sundowns, omo mancha, omo any pyramids, a boy, omo ehwebi, and omo take key notice of how Alifono, Sundowns fono, African teams this ball, and omo are prepared for gamer, omo born weekend win, yanko walk of Morocco, omo Nami Aduma FIFA Club World Cup. Na omo airborne Uncle Falcon see and then omo any Saint Laurent. Omo a Canadian soccer club and airborne and then Uncle Fan I can see Kevin De Bruyne. Bobo friend said Napoli for and then omo up and home to man was signed 2+1. 2+1 and no any new contract. KDB was signed at the Ama Napoli was signed 2 years with additional 1 year. Optional. Say 2 no sooner person activity there or more ebetimi activity no Kevin De Bruyne. Victor Gyökeres Man United for Atanase Abolas last year. Say Arsenal for them take lead. The Gunners Victor Gyökeres into also a start here make contact Lisbon and a boy in Man United send como no Henyam Peke Arsenal for the fan home fan Victor Gyökeres. Ballon d'Or omo anemu 7th August sir nominations no players be making no omo de omo dimbeba name of the main event no ebeba so September 22 on the 22nd of September and a very official announcement ceremony be taking place na yatu the player obefa Ballon d'Or Matheus Cunha and then was signing 5+1 5 years with additional 1 year with me activity and from Uvam 200 and one joining Man United on a club no Ronaldinho a Brazil ni said Matheus Cunha share Brazil ni Ronaldinho the message about Oba Matheus Cunha and so about so Nicholas Jackson obetim akwa Galatasaray only say Chelsea for betting and secure the services of Victor Osimhen so Osimhen enya joining Chelsea there any Chelsea be a business, not Nicholas Jackson. So I call a year Galatasaray because Napoli for and only Osimhen. Until do no, and I must start here. Omo a year juma say what is a Chelsea for? Enyafa Victor Osimhen dear. Unyati soma fan pe na Chelsea Galatasaray for. Omo replacement ebeye Nicholas Jackson obo Emma Chelsea. Thomas Frank bibia echere we agree in principle. 2 parties no. Tottenham Hotspur and Thomas Frank omo ewie Brentford also ejomo kakra na coach no obe coach Spurs omo club no Ange Postecoglou or the Spurs eje omo Europa League Cup no omo asake no Thomas Frank of Brentford any new manager all headed towards a year Tottenham Hotspur. Trent Alexander said you honeba editu jane ena Madrid epa no hontoma ye bi san say the first memory of Madrid air game and also a Kaipa say in the Cromony David Beckham ɔbɛbɔɔyɛ ɛma Los Blancos ɛna ɔsan hu yɛ sɛ Ronaldo nso feature ɛde ama Madrid pɛn ɔse the best players in the world no ɔmo ɛta bɔ ma Madrid na ɔmo gye trophies ahodoɔ ɛde ɛma club no wei ɛyɛ adeɛ from the onset onim dadaada ansa na ɔjoin ne club no na ɔse anka anya Madrid a anka ɔmfiri Liverpool ɔde hyɛ ne tirim sɛ ɔbɛfiri Liverpool a na ɛyɛ Madrid sɛ anya Real Madrid na ɛbɛpɛ no a ɛneɛ nyɛnta prin career no a ɔde bɔ bɔɔl no ka ɔbɛsavo no nyinaa no ɛwɔ Liverpool mu ɛnso aso ɛyɛ hɛna yɛkɔbi sɛn sɛ adɛnti ɛna wantrɔ Trent Alexander-Arnold ɛwɔ ne jersey n'akyi sɛdeɛ ɔwɔ Liverpool na ɔyɛ no na ɔbɛfa Madrid number 12 no watwerɛ only Trent na ɔsɛ ɛdi no sɛ ɔtwerɛ bɔ mu mmiɛnsa a ɛyɛ na confuse nkɔfoɔ commentators no bi ɛka ne Trent ebi sɛ Alex ebi mo fɛ ne Arnold enti ɔpɛ so avoid saa confusion ɛne saa stress no na wa remain Trent ne nko a ɛwɔ ne jersey n'akyi ɛne deɛ very simple oyɛ commentator oyɛ fan na ɔbɔ ne din a Trent na okowonim enu nti ena waye din no very simple. Leroy Sane assign ede ama Galatasaray eye mfie mensa contract and Leroy Sane assign ede ama Gala omo enso club na ene na omo etimi unveil no name obesa ko back na okobo FIFA Club World Cup no ama Premier League until say June we the contract bears pa na wabo adwuma ede ama the new club Galatasaray. Josko Vardiol oye Croatia ni and Man City anemu ni say season way Man City ekokro ye hwiase struggle ya nanso ono ene omo best player it's just cover deal defender no and Man City anemu ni say ono ene omo player of the season enti ene so about to so Alejandro Dominguez ana what remaining as CONMEBOL omo president omo are re-elected until June 2030 na enema or the convince woman no just on a bomarding a boy ma implementing va woman a enema p and our convince or for the 14th consecutive years wa boy juma pa e de ama CONMEBOL South America omo football federation said ye over Africa e wakaf no CONMEBOL omo nso atwaba ayi Alejandro Dominguez so ono na lead omo for the next 5 years ohene ba wadaruma call for close nsem wey eso aniegina na ye de asi.
Well, you better have about few minutes. You better Jumediani so local stories. I would do a bobo no. You better Tony Montana so I'm on in some old door or the Ninja Bray. I will extra time Jumedi. So about few minutes. Not your Jumediani so. Is how we should be. Realize that we are wealthy living here on this earth. Well, a brasso our Kessben television so extra time jumedie and a day bremo local stories outdoor ya bobo na newie ya day bremo our jumedie so share so social live our Kessben television so baby bia will be a Kessben TV Plus and so obetimi enjoy our digital television so Kumasi and 93.3 yebesha se e dey afa over the weekend MTN FA Cup finals no ebaso Tim Ben represent Ghana our Confederation Cup no mu abra Kumasi Asante Kotoko wameni bobo krefe ni golden kick in the Bisham our University of Ghana a sports stadium and a Kensie no ebekoso Shannon se Kumasi Asante Kotoko akopie mo nkran pen akobo abra Nania FC etimi din kwenim ewo Kotoko so game ye ba bekoso between Kumasi Asante Kotoko ni golden kick referee Salom ya bless referee Salom ya bless and ya appointed no so nko gina mfimfin na wondi sa game no enso ewo assistant line 1 Paul Atimaka and the best assistant line 1 and Theophilus Akugiri and the Bayer second referee assistant referee and a fourth referee no ebe called Yama Adari Abdul Latif. Enti Shannon weekend 5 p.m. MTN for the Roma and the FA Cup no baso MTN FA Cup will be an yobia inti Sunday 5 p.m. or University of Ghana Stadium or Akensiano Abekoso. Make us a Kumasi Asante Koroko Egusua prepare the day ahead of Sagemwa Babekoso Kodoko Piemu our deu prepare Shannon so said China dear Wami she say Omo Ebenya venue Womo ebetimi aye preparation or floodlight no ebetimi our said be ebetimi abwa place no and the floodlight no on Sunday womo ba nyama betima konkan ede amomo make se kotoko ebo enkufa kensie ewo de preparation no ye towards sa game wa eba bekoso no and I'm so my coach Abdul Karim Zito wakasa ede fa MTN FA Cup finals na eba bekoso no winning some coach Zito wadi atuja ede afa ho.
Thank you for acknowledging me as the right person in this situation. Now, when it comes to football, it comes to Kotoko. What makes Kotoko great is the achievement they've choked that makes them good. And one of the achievements is the FA Cup. I remember I played and won, and today we are going into it again. And for a period of about 10 years, Kotoko could not make it either to the FA or the Champion League itself. So this is a big opportunity for us, all Kotoko family, to come together and rally behind the club to achieve this feat, so that we announce Asante Kotoko back to Africa again. Thank you for acknowledging.
We are some head coach of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Coach Abdul Karim Zito ahead of FA Cup finals no what they atuja. Now opponent from golden kick no unimomo ana Coach Zito akasa edafa golden kick and so
It's very, very difficult because mostly, aside even the name given to the competition itself in Ghana, that Obianyo Obiano, it's the name befitted the what do you call it, the game, the competition, the competition itself, because all around the world you might see a smaller team taking out the bigger teams. So it's like the younger teams use the intrinsic motivation to play the game, the desire to play against the bigger clubs. They motivate themselves while playing Kotoko, while playing a bigger club. So that makes it very, very difficult. That makes it very, very difficult. So seriously, if you don't change your approach and you do the normal one, you will fail, because it is not easy. You will fail. So that makes it very, very difficult, because he lose nothing. We beating them It's nothing. But if they have the opportunity, it's something. It makes them great. It makes them this. So that is the most difficult part of the what do you call it, the match we are going to play, because as I said from the beginning, they don't care. But all what they care for, let's go and play and beat them. Let's go and play. And you will see that if they were to meet their own, they wouldn't even intensify their game like that. But because it is a bigger club like Kotoko, they want to come out and then cause some sensation so that people trust them, people do this. That makes that competition very, very, very difficult. Not only in Ghana, the whole world. So until you finish, you played and finish, you can't hit your chest and say this or that. It's very, very difficult because
Wey and Samaudu Kumasi Asante Kotoko head coach Abdul Karim Zito what they atuja na game itself wakasa the fa opponent no game na no say and now see ehuno and now be joining Kumasi Asante Kotoko for the few months in so say na wasi hu Kotoko team no wey en chemu a what they etu eja
out plainly and tell you this is how I'm going to go about it. But all what I'll tell you is, yes, when you are coaching the younger clubs against the bigger club, we coaches don't have any pressure. There's no pressure on us. So at the end of the day, you've got to compete to engineering. You understand me? But it will be very pathetic. People will not understand. And that is football. If a bigger club loses against a smaller club. So, as I said from the beginning, I can't come out and tell you exactly this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do. But I know what to do, depending upon what I want for you. You see, when you go in to take up a job that you did not start, it's not easy. Assuming I'm interested in certain system of play, and this is a case where somebody have trained his own children in another system, and you are coming in to take over. And we all agreed that adaptation is not easy. Even in Europe, where it comes this way, they look at what Manchester is going through. The coach, he doesn't see anything good about what the players are doing for him until they score. So he's planning even to discard most of these players. Not that they are not good, but maybe they are not fitting into his way of play or his system of play. So that is the most difficult part of it. Okay. You understand? That is the most difficult part. But here, as a senior coach, and then you have to also manage the young ones, and then gradually you don't just discard what you.
Wey some MTN FA Cup finals a ebeba so eno ho yento so wada story say de ni beche Galka so ye Galka President Cup ebeko Presidential Cup ebeko so between Kumasi Asante Kotoko ne Accra Vogue and na ebebo enne official Galka launch dwumedie no e de etuja Kumasi Asante Kotoko mpanyifo ekopie mu ewo dwumedie na se eye communications director Edema Kotoko la Savuduko ne player bako ekopie mu kodin komo enso edefa eye game no Hazabok enso was represented ewo dwumedie na se Benjamin Asare and Hazabok Opariado omune kopie mu ewo dwumedie na se enso edefa President Kappa enchebiano eba bekoso no ho yento so wada stories Nations FC Ghana Premier League no many abre person mo Ghana Premier League no but entimi ambem amfa momo Coach Kasim Mingle and odi tuja say division ewo management ni mu a play role was say mo ball and as mo si akanya I was saying kabom eba players ni mu en kabom eba edema eye management ni mu na division ba dia e ha adwene on dia ojetum say division na wo management ni mu e can be and ama nations intimi anje Ghana Premier League no
can't tell. That's why I say it's a lot of factors contribute towards this. A lot of things. Because the team says we are a little big problem. A little big problem. We win. within our executives. There's a problem within. I know if you are not united, that's what happened. You can't progress when you are not united. We can't tell. That's why I say it's a lot of factors contribute to it.
Where is someone a quote Kessben Mingle there to just say within the management, there is division. Say division basis so dia muntimi progress ntimi the best of results and so be can be and ama womentimi anji Ghana Premier League no ye finish Mediama Sporting Club say Mediama nan come break on Tuesday but and nam coronation game because between omo and Bobo Koma Ghana Premier League Gold Stars on Saturday omo unbreak team no and nam sama coach ba im tanko odi tudwa say sabre wakasa da fa top 4 no simple top 4 ne de nan komo pe but Ojidi say next season no things will be better for them ombeko so Ghana a Premier League no coach Ibrahim Tanko.
Senior Okana Anka Timi by top 4 Anka, but deserve based on performance. They do home and away, but Senior Okano and Timi and battle for the Benyan say Beko prepare for this season to play not for top 4 but to play for the league as well. Senior Okano
prepare next season not to play in the top 4. But the ultimate, and you be going for say Ghana Premier League, EDC ye naso. Ye twaso e won semfo from efe nche e Vision FC. Wo ma say nana kwakwa jima e coach e de maboboko no. Wona so den sama wodo da tudwam. Wo so gidi ye say Premier League no butaya o me de man no wa achieve ewie. Na butaya ni say ono de onye se obetimi aboama Vision etima ka mo league ni mu wona na ema ne ho bo se o hye nu nkrase kwambia so obese Vision botofo na mum djumedi o me de hye ne se Vision wo mun kam o Premier League ni mu eni to wa achieve botaya ye de ema no.
This season I think the only thing management told me was that stay in the league. It doesn't matter your position, stay in the league, build on your tactical plan. Let's see who can do it, who cannot do it. The following season, let's see who we can bring here, what we can do. So pretty much there wasn't any pressure in terms of winning the league or being part of the top 4. It was a personal ambition. But management is satisfied so far because I remember my boss calling me 3 days ago and saying that, Coach, this is all I wanted you to do. I wanted you to be in the league. You are in the league. I don't care what happens. This season, I think the only
Coach. Juma dia me de chance no wetimi achieve wie eno ne nsemo a coach Nana Kwakwa Jima odi atoja from Vision FC wo ma so yenko summer test the defending champions say the trophy no ye de ba ma Bobo Krefeni Gold Stars on Saturday and nam so ma Christopher Enin odi to just next season there e besisa fans no enguso an support team no but next season things e be better e the ma summer test Christopher Enin.
For next season, you'll be aiming for the ultimate team. But in fact, I'm so happy. For next season, you'll be aiming for the ultimate team. But in fact, I'm so happy.
For next season, you're aiming for the ultimate. Obiase next season, Ope Ghana Premier League no aje. Premier League when a beje next season. Coach, assistant coach, and the Mabrekum Chelsea. Emmanuel Nkrumah, on also the next season, no, Wamoso Eko. So Meji Ghana Premier League no.
Say season will be a DM fat yempe. So next season say work hard. We must play with 15 last night we work hard say next season remember other first and as second. And I playing ball in so
although players in be brave team no moko nanso so ye benya bia hyem next season no ye be de betima ye bia said be betimi age Ghana Premier League no e de see na so yen trust other stories that the Black Queens of Ghana guso prepare for the Wolf Corner enchebia no eba bekosom Ghana ye first game eba som abra ye Black Queens women in South Africa and the Beshia women's ye Wolf Corner eba bekosom so the second game no is against Mali and so your boy second game against Mali new year your third game no is against Tanzania and no and she said down edefa the Black Queens ye preparation towards African Cup of Nations and no eba because niento so what are stories and then so Ghana Football Association one prosecutor ne tenase edefa Nations FC one Holy Stars one match one koboy and simbebre abeto dwamia charging krofo bebre no one etenase etwa asensem so ehwehwemu said de omede to the summer clubs up to Friday so be am fan response embrano Nations so omede enya de ombekasa e de afa ho nemom on Friday response bia Ghana Football Association ehia bia no womo ebetimi e de akwakomo mo wodwani enso kire eye kodokwaso abrento sinakan e de Nations je friend Victor Odro Kumasi Asante Kodoko show interest ewo nimu Victor Odro osinakan e de Makoto osinakan de Nations Kodoko show interest ewo nimu so munya player na womo enso epem yetwasom ewo other issues ma club license board after FA Cup no womo eba be kwa probo akwa inspection of all the facilities our clubs no ebe use for next season no womo wia the report ebe ma clubs no obi adwumedi oso timidi ewo ne venues no na fe womo de ma clubs se clubs no entu ho anamon womo tu wia ansa na final inspection no etimi abasom na fe womo de report no akokoma competition committee no se venue way ye betima bo Premier League or venue way ye betima bo venue way intimi mbo eno ne shisha sabre club license board no eba beye awal Mohammed Hudu atena se local stories no ye behwem kakra na fe yato adwumedien so prof akwa ba na be find
yeah major so yeah
okay.
What was the anticipation for the FA Cup final no in session pa
of course
because me coach Karim Zitu share your opinion na uzo kasem be very interesting say competition ni slogan obia nyobia befitting because competition way etimi ma surprises miki afi we share clubs are ama giants within the Premier League frame you see a tram divisa no yi go stars frame ubemu park academy bi no yi medium frame and all those golden kick here and he has to folk frame so you've seen say giant killers are within the competition esi baby that's the reason why we say ye but Madrid will form Copa del Rey ye bi na kokon akokon obe second third division o kwase o no aba be Madrid the frame season aye wie club a championship or relegation I did Plymouth Argyle or no Liverpool free FA Cup no nti sana competition in city nti ya na ye bo obe say those clubs now mo asi or second third tier sides you know yeah now they are much motivated to play against those big clubs.
Why?
Yeah, because they want to show their mettle.
Okay.
Because one of play be or a young ye nyantin nka ye nyahu no so given the opportunity say be obeshia House of Folk obeshia Bekum Chelsea obeshia Mediama ehonom ne yehu no that game gives him a lot of mileage. I remember Benab FC played Kotoko in this FA Cup. Was it 2 years ago? Benab FC no more boy be a friend Messi. That day, how the boy really tormented Kotoko defense, you know, it wasn't easy, Mickey. Kotoko defenders really struggled to deal with that boy, our normal friend Messi. And there were even some section of Kotoko supporters who were saying, this guy can possibly be a good player if Kotoko team recruit now. So games like this, those talented young ones, you know, and competition way, Mickey, let's not forget, Amaya surprises. FA Cup no call back a return here first edition in 2011. It was a tier 1 side energy, second tier side rather. In okay,
yeah,
the FA Cup no, and so Basakaya in 2016, yenya team on also Division 1 in the shape of Oko United, on also making it all the way to the finals. Fortunately, they lost against Bechem United. Emma Bechem etimi winning that competition. Then time when the likes of Abednego Tete Yao were on the sidelines for Bechem United etimi bo mama money. So this is also another edition here. Yehu a first division side. Last season it was in Swatamain Bofakwa. 2 seasons ago, you saw it was Dreams FC Kimfesa, and of course, that season before, it was Bechem United Haas. You say who has Ash Gold. Until those teams, you know, for about 3-4 seasons, now it's been Premier League sides, and they will into the final. But this time around, there is a certain golden kicks. Oh, a giant killer. Or a giant killer. Onuno House of Folk. Obeshia Kotoko. And Kotoko is just this game away from CAF Confederations Cup slot. And that's the reason why me yana mentias say amount for ebi kase as a Kotoko mo bueni up omani afa match we as a moon say so easy amount nti omo dwene Africa ho anya we Mickey yesi abon ntakra na ma ne so. When you are big, you must dream big. As I say, like a dawanim so. Because you say this is the game that you are going to play, get the win, and make sure so be returning back to continental football, how you used to be playing when the days was those huge numbers during Cotton Sport, the Garu, Azesco days, you know. And for me, Mickey, I don't side with those Omo as a Kotoko after game netra, they be any tra because Coach Karim Zito Edika say teams like this, they are intrinsically motivated. Even in as much as they be a golden kick owner, and I be a management, and I be a promises be free baby aba. Golden kick player na nkasa Miki on one kasa ye much motivated before so babe bought against Asante Kotoko. Because on him said this is a game be a bit manidin. This kind of game can help him get an improved contract to be a different team, I be match an improved team as compared to our golden kicks. And so Mickey FA Cup final no baso. But this say what the kind the names of the referees are Omobabe Jinem the finals of the FA Cup no. Salom Yao bless. Yes, he's one of the referees Obia wa follow your local football. Waji dimpa. All those referees ube huo pa Mickey. Beka said they are constantly part of refereeing in the country. Untimin body now you selem Yao bless din free. But some of the supporters in a binomo ever problem with to the bia said you see the games, you know. Many can say
I'm up for criticizing.
I'm up for criticizing. I'm up for criticizing.
I'm this season and your best.
Okay, Kotokone has 1-1 biwahano.
Kaimi.
That was free kick has Kotokoshe and a has taker. It was a league game. It was Selom Yao bless. This former Ebusuya Drafts captain Okobebo Hasufuk. There was only one Kotoko player. He heckled the Kotoko player in the penalty box. But Mickey, the penalty wasn't given that time. So as a Selom Yao bless, no credit to him because he's one of the big referees in the country. I know there no doubt about it. But among for more reservations with regards to senior Sydney games. But I just hope and pray say he will come good, given that opportunity. Say Oba Benya FA Cup na Oba Bedi the University of Ghana Stadium Wabra Kotoko any golden kicks eba bebono Mickey. I think say Obetimi my very good gamer. Ebe baso nyame bo Sunday.
I disagree with Awal. Liverpool used their second team, indicating their level of seriousness in the competition. But in Ghana, the teams are so poor that they use their stronger teams and still lose.
Manka second team, is Liverpool. Yashe we no yes say be a under 17 team cra Liverpool.
Yeah.
Records is that a few way team way and Liverpool free period and no.
One fan or the French players or the boy you
team
Liverpool
team nidi no Mickey no.
Yeah,
that's it. No,
but what agree some of the second team in the boy.
Yeah, but some of the key players played. The likes of Jotamo, they played.
Okay,
some of them played. So and yet entirely say be Obeka say Yakofa Nkwada.
Okay,
those of the big guys played.
Okay,
those of the big guys. Mickey Galka launch President Cup. I think that is very good, but President Cup no. Okay, some couple of times be my foreign teams be able to. I think there no so many some different flavor be. Was it 2 years ago and last year and Asek Bahanum?
I think 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, Asek Baha. And last year after the AFCON, Kotoko 2-0 no. Yes, I think that. Yes, Kotoko and Haas have always been the teams most of the times on my President Cup. No?
Yeah.
There be sometimes we will say Haas against Ebia Olibi and Ebia Kotoko against Brekum Chelsea be some couple of times. But Mickey, the interesting thing you need to ask yourself, say, these Kotoko and Haas games nowadays, has it been fetching us those numbers here now? It's a certainly big no. Both home and away in this season's league, Mickey will be a numbers. especially at the Accra Sports Stadium. It was virtually not a Kotoko or has Kotoko and has gamer. Not that you name said the bia and my numbers. So that's the reason why me support to that innovation of Sebia said some of the foreign clubs be ebe brema and no more competition no level no kosoro. Because I said, who's the first half when they decided to raise the game, they took the game to Kotoko. Second half, you saw how the likes of Mukwala Mo, Richmond Lamtemo, Justice Blay, these were the 3 key guys. Ubeka said they were able to match up their sec team. The rest of the guys thinking now, Ubiano team match up. So, Mickey, for me, in as much as Debia, it has always been Kotoko or enhanced. I think that motivated, that innovation of bringing in some foreign clubs be some Mumbambe I debat to the winner. I think and also one of the things I bought, especially at the level of the competition here. But let's see what happens when Kotoko and House of Folk plays in this season's President Cup. But Nyamienu Nukrem say your league number form. A standard of play number form. That's the reason why Kotoko has a Bokura among phone call. Before the second leg of this year's league, GFA executive committee member weekend game neighbors no within the week okotina baby kasi onukra onya we Sekotokone has baso Mickey, this is not proper. Say obia oye exco member no say onim Sekotokone has kwa de baso. So it tells you the level of how. So imagine say bia omampenia ba betena ho na game a ye bebo e dia hye nanimunyam
na nipenio like but don't think so
basis
or
like sending in also be depending on how the mileage of the game no so be cost you be ma game the mileage you be cost wo bo hu dewuru na amanfo but say Mickey the tennis wo be bo hu dewuru se amanfo be kwa akotena stadium na omo hu game a enye fe a omo nko e bia e game no koso ana game no fe a omo free stadium no enye Kotoko ni has ya na ye bia ye President Cup SI League. Was it one president from another African country? Is it Guinea-Bissau? And a buy ni ye pa amanfo acho se Kotoko ni has e mamehe Mickey some years back na enye sa wa woni say drew maybe na one new stadium unya game ni bi he but ya baba be drew mre ha Kotoko ni has bo yetimi bie gate say ye pa amanfo acho se momo he. So it tells you the level of how our game has sunk. It has sunk so low. That's the reason why yentimi nya this maximum numbers are not the bia yeten who back in the days when Kotoko and Has were playing. President Cup used to be one of the games I know so much exciting.
Yeah.
Amount for call use a bon de ro be use a bad TV so because stadium we see huge numbers now Mampeni at ho and no crown see one of the big things say be a mo bobo now Mampeni and he be a minister of state e be a Mampeni I'm paying for be almost one way my team and money or Mampeni ebu my no nyina obi a bab no mo ba game na amount ni o Mickey enyefe and I think say the organizers must make sure say omo he ni mu say the ombetimi ayama game no etimi akwa ni mu.
We the Phobians are behind Golden Kick and they will surely beat Kumasi Asante Kotoko on Sunday. We beg the referee to be fair to Golden Kick Pato Laundry Service. What was it?
Say Pato phobia nti e den a. Miki
Let's say you know Africa no.
Oba say Golden Kick we na ombetimi akọ.
Wow, someone jinti.
One thing is even premier clubs grab dodgy Africa na first division. Because you now even on a more serious note, we are on a scale there. Yeah, now premier clubs are much resourceful as compared to more division 1. Maybe I just 1 or 2 now because at least no cry saying. So yeah, na yen clubs no se onye Kotoko na onye Has na okọ Africa saying na more in the subsequent years in den ekoye ube use ebi ba ku bi kwa bia na or try so be avoid relegation ebi ba ku bi so say ebi na sika sema ba from because say o make move ebi wakọ ebi Botswana wakọ Ethiopia miki ebi no some na makọ Africa pe ebi okọ say o ye transit e wo Europe ansa no wasaba especially the northern part of the continent. Be why say we be out fateki and be out kofa Italy ho baby and san wasa connected. So ni nyina de ka nti ya na unye team a Ubetimi anya huge numbers in terms of supporting base a ebe more sika from the gates. Anase only huge corporate sponsorship deals and also beba edisika ba be share futu ma ya na it becomes much problematic. Nana Kwaku Agyeman say we achieve the target Mickey menene ya adwene perfect because team bia de ya na de bia se qualify eba Premier League the first thing na opese o ye ne say on make sure so be maintaining the Premier League status no. Si ye boss season no wie na ye be wura the following season na osa remain as Premier League team Mickey hallelujah wadane nyankopon ase because onim say target na odi amane ho no he has achieved it and I think say Vision FC has been one of the teams omo abai Mickey they've done marvelously well and say waha omo ko relegation Visions aba wanko Holy Stars mo aba omo anko. So I think that they've been able to do a massive job.
There's a team ben a qualify by Wako.
So omo ko relegation. Legon
Last
City
season,
score.
how many by?
Last season we had Young Apostle. And we had Young Apostle from Zone 1.
Vision.
Vision. Young Apostle, Vision. Basake. Omunyina Obianko. Omunyina omaribeni. So I think that is good for those teams, you know. Afena say Ho United eba bebo Premier League for the first time. Amonso beba 11 years they say omo enomako enomoba. Ena Swedu All Blacks the omo ya che since 2009 enomoba. So ye be help modima omo ediba be wuremu the Ghana Premier League. Miki na media say next season they are coming good for the Premier League. But Miki Hadiebi when we said the last 5 Premier League seasons in England, yenya ubi awa defended that. The last 5 seasons, different winners. She has in 21, Kotoko 22, Ubehu 23, Mediama 24, Samatex 25.
Go Stars.
So I said different winners. But Hadiebi those winners no emutu omomoro 6 years e Premier League no Samatex oba any second season oje Bibiani Go Stars in the 5th season and winning. So what does this situation tell you? A chero say team biba na in the subsequent years oyere no no so betimi age. Yes, media there were times no olidi ebia olidi and a problem about okay normalization time at the point now media was one of the teams on also betimi challenge for the title. Unfortunately league no equibation, but later on they came back strongly and won the league with coach Evans Aduti and yaba be who Samatex and yasaba be who Go Stars on so aweni and Miki sa animu a few way season ye bowie ye no na 2 teams mo challenge pa no mo ye teams mo nche Premier League no and that was Nations FC and of course Obeka Bibiani Go Stars. So chiro say teams mo free ase ba no especially mo Premier League no so mo ba na mo yire mo a it tells you so mo so betimi age league no and Mickey since 2013 2014 Pianji Ghana Premier League and defended that. The last time Obiji defended was Masu Didi Dramani time no. I know.
Jima Kotoko back to back
no. Obian defended Premier League ne da. Unse Maxwell kuna do na G 2012 and on Obeji 2013 and on Sabeji 2014. And a bash Bejima Ash goal in 2015. And then 2016 coach Enos Adepa with Wow Stars. Then you saw the late Yusuf Abubakar with Adriana in 2017 and you call normalization. Ye free normalization by it has been Boedu for us, Ogum for Kotoko, Adote for Mediama, Coach Nuruddin with Samatex, then of course Stephen Pompanso with Bibiani Go Stars.
So it means in the last 5 years no foreign coach.
Yeah, I say a league now because foreign coaches in town dominates. The league no, I said it has been virtually being won by local coaches now. Omana she Choba race tactic amwaba for Diana but omuntimi gi league na omuntimi gi Hans van der Ploeg mobile on said that didn't you see say Tom Strand mo enemy dia mamu nyina buy but omuntimi gi ana wo de twuko kwa echiri kra mid even ends mid end up no mutam Ravzundik mutam omutimi gi league na omuntimi agi so it's been usually those local men na ede etagigi so
probability so the foreign coach will be no less.
No, if you have quality and you have good coach and also possible.
Okay.
If you have a good if say coach now obanu ye good na oba benya a very thick squad esaya flexible obetimi ede ne philosophy awura team no mu na obetimi get a result and also enya possible enya impossible say foreign coach entimi win but actually say time and again is being usually the local guys na ede and they win
for baku kan ni sorry
yeah kitwe bi brekum Chelsea omo so omo ko for Premier League next season Mr. Nkrumah omo assistant coach brekum se team because obetimi agia no brekum Chelsea ono so agibida wagibida so kasa obetimi agia and also possible and but yeah na G League no quality brekum Chelsea after Adechreme is usually became a selling club as a bo nipa no du bebia na even though there have been times we at least matured players even for now cry or more experienced players with if Zakaria Fuseni neba be free or in and saying eba kotoko at the point in Anochiba do a free Adriana or Conina or back at the point they were having Steven Amankona Mizaka free even though on Chebe but he became a household name within the league. Gregorio Binsachere, one of the standout goalkeepers and also one consistency within the Ghana Premier League no. Even Hubert Jomuna Eba and Chebia but at least they've also showed their quality. Patrick Asia Dumone Lord Amo etimi bomb mo before so mo be make move. So say Ghana Premier League ni akwa liga obia Miki etimi GB.
Okay.
Depending on how you've set your team and how said you ultimi enya very very good philosophy our coach or then the philosophy about infuse our team no Mickey possible say obia ebetimi agi Mickey
prof na onti obia
yeah me ye birthday wish be ama me
na me se bia
awade monza
na me se bia be chia MTT difo onti MTT difo friends the oboni din sese What's ba ko na oje ne number na say
Mr. Crunchy
teacher Mr. Crunchy
yeah Mr. Crunchy ma minia awadi munza say menye birthday wish
man
o say Alhaji Yusuf Yakub the chairman of Bisa tribe ewo Ahijazungu. Yes, and then the birthday. So Alhaji Yakub Yusuf and then the birthday nti yam wishing a happy birthday.
Yeah, that's a prof na mkwan so kwa MTT di for no more nkomodie. Ye be samson we see a channel pa de kick off Jimedie no e de abremo.